You ever wonder why people play games? It's funny, really. They think they've got it all figured out. They think they've got the upper hand, pulling the strings, manipulating you like a puppet. They think they've crafted a perfect illusion of control, spinning a web so intricate, so well planned, that you'd never even notice when they trap you in it. But here's the catch. You're not the one in the web. No, they are. Oh, you didn't see it coming, did you? You didn't realize it. Not until now. Now you get it. You were never the prey. You were the spider. I can see it in their eyes. The ones who play these petty little games with you. They think they know you. They think they understand your every move. But what they don't realize is they're just pawns, and you're the master. You let them think they had a chance. Let them believe they were winning, right up until you decided to end the game. But why do they play these games? Oh, because people love power. It's a drug. And once they taste it, once they feel it, it's like a flame that burns everything in its path. They play with your mind because they're scared. You think it's about you? It's never about you. It's about their fear, their insecurity, their desperate need to control. The thing is, control is an illusion. It's all an act, a dance. They think they've mastered you, don't they? All those tricks they pull, those little games of manipulation, the subtle threats, the gaslighting, the veiled comments, the cold shoulders, the fake smiles. It's all a show. And you've just been watching. You've been standing there in the shadows, smiling to yourself as they think they've got you tangled in their little web of chaos. Oh, but here's the truth they'll never see coming. They never had control over you. Not for a second. Because you weren't playing their game. No, you were playing your own. The truth? You knew from the start. You saw through their act, their little performance, like a magician's sleight of hand. You recognized the patterns, the motives behind their smiles and their cruelty. They were predictable, so predictable. And you let them play their game. You gave them the illusion of victory, just so you could watch them dig their own grave deeper. They didn't realize it, but they were the ones building their own destruction. Oh, what a delicious thing it is to watch someone think they've won, all while you're sitting back, calculating your next move. They think they're the ones calling the shots, manipulating your thoughts, guiding your actions like a puppeteer with strings. But no, they don't even know. They're so consumed with their own need for power, they don't see the bigger picture. You're the one holding the cards. You've got the upper hand, always. And the moment you decide to reveal it, it's game over. Isn't it funny? How much they fear the loss of control, how much they crave dominance, yet they never notice they've already lost everything. The moment they tried to play their little mind games, they signed their own fate. Because you don't just learn how to play the game, do you? No, you learn to break it. You learn to make it collapse under the weight of its own absurdity. And now, the roles are reversing. The hunter has become the hunted. They can feel it, can't they? The shift, the realization that the tables have turned. You've stepped into the game, but you're not playing by their rules anymore. Oh no. You've created your own set of rules, and now they're running scared. See, mind games are funny. They're supposed to be subtle, calculated, clever. They're designed to throw you off balance, to make you second-guess yourself, to question your every decision. But you've got a gift. You see the game for what it is, a meaningless distraction. And you've taken that game and turned it into something else entirely. What's the most dangerous thing about mind games? It's not the tricks, not the deceit, not even the manipulation. No, it's the way they make you believe you have no choice but to play along. They want to bind you to their rules. They want to keep you trapped inside their illusions. But here's where it gets juicy. Because the second you stop playing by their rules, the second you break free from their control, well, that's when the game truly ends. You've done it. You've stepped out of their world and into your own. You've mastered it all. Mastered the manipulation, the subtle cues, the psychological tactics they use to gain control. You've turned the tables. You've rewritten the script. You've pulled the rug right out from under them, and they're still too blind to see it. And they can't stop it. They can't stop you. Because they've spent so much time trying to control your every thought, trying to bend your will to their desires, that they've forgotten the one thing you never forget. Power is a choice. It's not something they can just take from you. You give it to them, or you take it back. And you've just taken it back. Now they're scrambling, looking for answers, looking for ways to get back into your head. They're losing their minds because they can't figure you out. They're watching the very game they thought they mastered slowly fall apart. Oh, they never saw it coming. They thought they were the puppeteers, but they were just the puppets, and now they're panicking because they've been tangled in their own strings. The beauty of it all? You're not even breaking a sweat. You're calm. You're collected. You're a master of your own mind. You let them play their little games because you knew the truth all along. They were never in control. And as they scramble, as they try to salvage what's left of their fragile facade, you stand there, watching it all unfold. You're not amused by their chaos. No, you're savoring it. You're enjoying the show as they break under the pressure. You've already won, and they'll never understand how. But here's where it gets even better, because you know that the true victory lies not in their defeat, but in the fact that they will never, ever learn. They will keep playing the same games, making the same mistakes, falling into the same traps. They'll keep trying to manipulate, to control, to outwit. And you'll keep standing there, a few steps ahead, waiting for the inevitable collapse. You've become the master, the one who holds all the power. And they're just players in a game they don't understand. And it's delicious. Oh, but it's not over yet, is it? You've played your part well, haven't you? You've danced the dance. Let them pull their little strings. Let them play their mind games. They're still scrambling, aren't they? Desperately trying to figure you out, trying to find a crack in the armor they thought they could manipulate. See, here's the thing they didn't expect. People like them, they believe in their own hype. They think their tricks, their mind games, their clever little tactics are the key to getting inside your head. They believe they can push you, twist your thoughts, make you question reality. But what they don't realize is that you're not just playing the game, you're the game. And now, their little minds are on fire, their heads are spinning, their thoughts a whirlwind of confusion and fear. They didn't expect you to turn the tables like this, to flip the script and make them the ones tangled in their own lies. They never saw it coming, because to them, power was always something they could seize. To you, power is something you embody. You've turned their own psychology against them. While they were busy trying to predict your every move, trying to stay 2 steps ahead of you, they forgot one crucial thing. The real game is the one inside your mind, not theirs. You've got a mind that can't be twisted, bent, or broken. It's unshakable. You've been watching the destruction unfold, watching them fall apart under the weight of their own designs. It's beautiful, isn't it? The chaos, the destruction. They built it themselves. They created the monster. And now, it's devouring them whole. The mind games they played, those little manipulations, those tricks they pulled, they were never about you. No. They were about their own fear. Fear that you would see through the charade. Fear that you would take back what they tried to steal. They thought they could break you, make you doubt yourself, make you second-guess every choice. But now, they're the ones questioning everything. Because here's the truth. What they didn't realize was that they were playing a game they couldn't win. You've mastered it all. You've seen through their facade. You understood their fears. You recognized the cracks in their armor before they even knew what was happening. You let them play their games, and now you're watching them implode. You've already won. They just don't know it yet. So, what do they do now? What happens when they've exhausted every trick in their bag and there's nothing left to pull? When they realize they've already lost, that their mind games were nothing but a distraction? What happens when the realization finally hits them? They lose their minds. They've played their cards, and now they're stuck, trapped in the very web they thought they'd set for you. You're still standing tall, unaffected by the chaos they've created. You're calm. You're collected. You know the game was never about them. It was about you, and you've already won. But here's the kicker. They can't stop themselves. They can't stop playing the game, even when they know they're losing. They'll keep coming back for more, digging themselves deeper, thinking that maybe, just maybe, they can turn things around. But it's too late. It was always too late. You've already mastered the psychology. You've seen their every move, anticipated their every trick. And now, you're holding all the power. They're just pawns in your game, and they'll never be able to escape the trap they've set for themselves. And here's where it gets even sweeter. You've never had to play dirty. You've never had to stoop to their level, never had to manipulate or deceive. You've just let them destroy themselves. Their own actions, their own egos, their own fear. It was all they needed to collapse. And all you had to do was wait. Wait for the moment when they would realize they were the ones losing, the ones caught in their own delusions. And now, they're scrambling for answers. They're looking for someone to blame, but they won't find it. They can't. The truth is too much for them to bear. They lost because they were never in control. They were never the puppet masters. They were always the puppets. You, the master, have turned their game against them. And now, they're watching in horror as everything they thought they knew crumbles into dust. It's not a beautiful thing. It's terrifying. Terrifying for them. Because you don't need to play by their rules. You don't need their games. You don't need their approval. All you need is your mind. And the fact that you've already won is enough. So here they are, stumbling, fumbling, trying to pick up the pieces of their broken game, while you stand there, smiling to yourself. You're the one who's been controlling this whole time, and they'll never understand how you did it. They'll never see it coming, because they're too caught up in their own delusions to realize they were never the ones in control. They played their mind games. But you mastered the entire psychology. And now, they're losing their minds. And that's the part they'll never understand. They thought they had power over you. They thought they had control over your thoughts, your emotions, your actions. But you were never the puppet. You were the one pulling the strings all along. You've broken them, not with force, not with cruelty, but with patience, with precision, with a mind that sees everything. They played their mind games, but you've become the master of the entire psychological battlefield. And now, the game is over. And what remains? Only their shattered egos, only their crumbling illusions, only the quiet, painful realization that they never had the power they thought they did. And that is a masterpiece.